All right, take three. I'm going to try this again. So, if you haven't watched tonight's episode of Big Brother, the July 18th edition, where Camp Comeback officially ends, now's a good time to stop this video and go watch it. If you're not a Big Brother fan, well, you might as well watch anyways, right? And if you don't care about spoilers, watch anyways. So tonight it comes to an end, and the house was divided. So the way that Nick wanted the vote to go was he wanted Nicole out. He and Isabella wanted Nicole out. Now, here's the odd part. If they had voted Nicole out, odds are somebody from Camp Comeback would have won and come back who has been outside of the game for at least a week. Kemi be a week, OV2, and David never did get to play the game. He never did. He enters the house. He's the first guy eliminated, and he's in Camp Comeback immediately. He never got to actually play the game at all, and I feel bad for the guy. I do. So instead, the house decides to go against Nick's wishes, and they go with Cliff. Now, they get to this challenge, and as soon as I saw the challenge, I went, oh, okay. So you've got your challenges which have to do with memory. So, okay, you got to remember who did what in the house and who was nominated when and what happened. We're not up to that part of the season yet. That comes later. And then you've got the physical challenges, which are for the physically strong. They don't seem to do those like they used to. It's sort of like a lot of the competitions that involve, hours and hours of holding on to whatever while rain's raining down on you and they're throwing goop at you. Those don't happen as much as they used to either, it seems. Now they're just kind of quick little comps. Get it into the 3 minutes that they need for TV. This was actually a 3-minute competition, and Cliff killed it. If Nicole had been in that, Ovi probably wins with one ball. One ball, Ovi probably wins. I don't think Nicole sinks a single darn ball. I'm glad Nicole's still in the game. I'm glad Cliff's still in the game. The problem is, Kemi, Ovi, David are all out. And in the case of David, that's somebody who never got to play the game. He was crying during the commercial break. Julie asked him after the commercial break why he was crying. And he said, I wanted it to be different this year. I wanted it to go further. And he means the black man in the house to go further. Because very often, targeted early and out is the way that goes. I saw a post on Twitter saying, I watch Big Brother until the black guy gets voted out, and this year I'm out sooner than normal. So, it's one of those things that when you have a show that's a social experiment, it brings out the ugly and it brings out a lot of things that you don't like about humanity. And especially in this situation where they've got to feel claustrophobic. They've got to be bored. I've mentioned this before. The house is supposed to be extremely boring. Nothing to do. I know when I watched Big Brother Canada live feeds, and there was a lot of boredom watching those live feeds. I was just bored. I'm like, wow, they're eating breakfast. Okay. And I just be like, okay. And then I come back a few hours later. And okay, so now they're talking about lunch, and now they're just chit-chatting about whatever, and their dad, their mom. There's really nothing going on. And so I can understand the boredom and the paranoia, and Christy's paranoia could sink her game. Gotta be honest. Christy's paranoia could absolutely sink her game, unless somebody looks at Christy and goes, she's crazy, I'll take her with me. Which could happen. Seeing David, Kemi, and Ovi on the stage all together, all wearing the Camp Comeback outfits, all of them eliminated from the game at the same time. Oh, CBS. Oh, the visual of that. And I know I'm not the only one that felt that way. I feel for David. I hope that at some point this year they have one of those where America votes for somebody to win $100,000, that kind of thing. America's favorite. Because I really think David, Kemi, and Ovi, I think they would have a good shot at that. Because it just feels like they were kind of hosed out of it, and again, I have no problem with Cliff. It's just that the group that's still in there, there's a lot of ugliness in there, and some of that's going to go away. CBS is guessing. I'm guessing CBS was looking at that stage tonight and going, Wow, so those are the three that get voted out right away. Okay, well, at least this will go away on social media. Now that they're out of the house physically, now that'll go away on social media. Everybody in the house can just have normal, regular fights. And we don't have to worry about this underlying undercurrent of ugliness. The house is going to turn on itself. You saw them start to eat their own. They went to credits tonight showing Nick arguing with the six that voted to keep Nicole and vote out Cliff. The thing that I find weird about that is, why is Nick arguing when the end result is Cliff stays in the house anyways? And he doesn't have to worry about Ovi, David, or Kemi coming back into the game. Honestly, for the house, that had to feel like a huge victory. The guy they vote out isn't the guy they really wanted to get out of the house anyways. So he goes out, he eliminates Camp Comeback, he's still in the game, no damage done. But they'll find some reason to argue, and I'm sure that Nick and Bella's, they're going to feel betrayed, and our alliance isn't a good alliance anymore. Well, bad news is there's only 9 people voting, so yeah, the 6 shooters, as they're calling themselves, they can run the house. As long as they get head of household, and I haven't checked in on live feeds and spoilers to find out, but if one of them gets head of household, you got to put up Nick and Bella this week and just ride it out from there. They have to get them out now. They can't afford to vote out Nicole. They can't afford to vote out Cliff. They have to get those 2 out so they can keep the majority they have and just start picking people off before the 6 of them then start to cannibalize their little group. It's a vicious social experiment, this Big Brother, and this year has been a little more vicious than usual. We'll see if the social media anger simmers down now. I have my doubts. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this means now that the 3 of them are out of the house, we stop talking about that and we start talking about the game, just the game itself? Is this going to hurt ratings? What do you think is going to happen? I'd be interested to know your thoughts. And at this point of who's left in the house, who do you want to see win it? Personally, that's a tough call. I can't say Christy because she's crazy. I wouldn't say Jackson, or Nick because I don't hate myself. No way Bella. Holly, no. We've seen no leadership from her. Annalise, no. No leadership with her either. They're basically just girlfriends at this point, just playing the game. I mean, they could pull themselves out of that role at some point, but right now they haven't. I honestly, I would love to see Nicole win it. Somehow, some way, I'd love to see her win it. And I know she's played the game stupid at times. I know that she probably should have been voted out considering what happened this week. And not because she was lying, because she wasn't. She was telling the truth. But why? Why are you telling them? Let them fight with themselves. Let them vote each other out. Let them all fight. And just, of course, then the problem is then you're labeled as a floater, right? And then, people get mad at floaters. Oh, we're in the final 6. Why are you in the final 6? You're a floater. You've got to go. But at least then you're in the final 6, right? All right. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you guys are browsing your way through, just happened upon this video. And I would like to thank those that are watching, because this has been the best week that the Entertainment Guy channel has ever had. And so, therefore, roll with it, right? Appreciate all the support, all the views, and all of the kind comments, even the ones that aren't necessarily so kind. So, who do you want to win? Is it Cliff? Is it Nicole? Or can we just say anybody but Jack? Are we at that point where it's just anybody but Jack, or Jackson, or Nick, or just, yeah. So anybody but the 6 shooters, right? Well, Kat, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.